keeping the culture alive.
There's wisdom news every day. From East End to Georgetown, down into West Bay.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
And now,
Radio Cayman presents
The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter.
Radio Cayman's Business Buzz.
Here's your host,
Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. It's a beautiful day on the outside. It's looking good on the inside because I'm going to have tea this morning on the Business Buzz. Today we have two segments. The first segment will be having a conversation with the owner of Tea Time in Cayman. And after the morning news, the 8 o'clock news, we'll be having the RCIPS on their final segment for this year. But in the meantime, I want to say good morning to all our listeners, our YouTube viewers, our guest in the studio, our producer, Miss Susan Watson, who is holding it down in the next studio. Good morning to everyone. So, why tea? Well, why not? I love my tea. Tea is one of the moments in tea drinking for me. It's one of those times just time to relax and just take a minute for myself or 10 minutes for myself and just enjoy my tea. I love coffee too, decaf, of course. Well, the best answer to this is why not? Why not tea? Besides the many health benefits associated with tea drinking, tea can be prepared into many tasty flavors, and it has been considered a relaxing or calming beverage. Consuming 1 to 3 cups of tea daily and alternating between, let's say, different tea flavors is the best way to maximize the health benefits from tea. Simply put, tea is one of life's pleasures, like I just said. It makes people feel better and provides a quick, relaxing escape from life's hectic pace. Are you ready to have your cup yet? Well, this almost 5,000-year-old drink is here to stay, and its future looks very promising. Specialty teas will represent the fastest growing segment of the tea industry over the next decade. And having said all of that, we have in the studio female tea entrepreneur, if I could say that, Mrs. Katie Marin Pentney, owner of Tea Time in Cayman. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
It's good to have you in here.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I love all the goodies we have spread out for our viewers because our listeners can't see. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But Katie, you're a daughter of the soil. Can you just introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Sure. So I was born and raised in Cayman. I have always drank tea from the time I was born, literally. I think every single morning with my parents, we would have a cup of tea. It was just part of our morning routine. We always drank typically black tea or green tea. We didn't drink a lot of herbal teas
Would
growing
have you red
up.
roast tea back in the day?
Yeah, I don't know. Really, usually just English breakfast or
Okay.
plain green tea. That's what we were all about. I went to Triple C and I went to university. I am a CPA, so I graduated with my master's in accounting. And I've been back in Cayman now since 2008. And I started working at PwC as soon as I came to Cayman as an accountant. And now I have 3 children.
Okay.
And so I keep very busy, but tea keeps me going and very happy. So, yes.
So, okay, apart from drinking tea with your parents back in the days, what triggered this urge to start your own business,
So,
especially tea drinking business.
Yes. So originally, when I started the business in 2011, I was working at PwC and I was sitting next to a girl named Kelly, and her and I were both working late hours as accountants, both drinking different teas that we'd bring in. She'd bring them from Canada, I'd get them from the US, and we were like, it's strange that Cayman doesn't have any loose leaf teas. Everything was traditional, like bagged tea. And so we said, why don't we look into starting a tea shop? That was the first idea that we had.
And not a tea shop.
Yes.
Oh, a tea shop. A shirt wearing tea shop.
Yes.
Tea shop. No,
tea. And so we said, let's look into this. So we started looking into a few different brands. We brought in samples. And what we realized pretty quickly was that it would be a lot of work to have an actual tea shop. So we decided to go the distribution route. And so that's how we got started. In 2011, we started our first event was the What Women Want event at the Westin. And we started at Kirk Market. They were the first company selling our teas. So it's not bagged tea, right? No.
Okay, it's loose leaf tea.
Yes, we only do loose leaf tea. That was something that we chose to do from the beginning, yes.
Okay. And you started in 2011, you said?
Yes. So it's been 11 years. Yeah.
Okay. So how has the company grown over the years?
So we started out with 14 teas. We currently have 37 teas.
Wow.
However, we are actually, as the business grows, you kind of realize what works and, what you could change. Especially we're a very small business. So having 37 teas in stock, a lot of the time we have to keep, say, 30 pounds of each tea in stock. So it's quite a big overhead to keep. So we've decided to go down, to cut down to our most popular teas. So we will still sell out until all the other ones are sold, but we'll be focusing more on the ones that are the best sellers and what we feel are the best for Cayman. So
you have your loose leaf tea, and do you package them for distribution?
We do. Okay. Yeah, so we buy them in a bulk container, and then we package them to distribute.
And we have viewers a little so
sample tins.
Is that a one serving?
That's one serving. Yeah, you could make it into 2 servings because a serving is typically like a teaspoon. But these are really nice because it's just a little sample tin and you can open it up and smell it. So it's really nice. Yeah.
Okay. I'm dying to get into those. I love tea.
What's your favorite type of tea?
I like mint.
Ooh,
I'm mint. I'm into, just mint and honey and ginger.
Lovely.
And I tried, was it hibiscus the other day?
Yeah, I think
have hibiscus?
Yeah, I've got hibiscus that you would love. It's a rooibos-based tea.
Okay.
And it's really nice. Yeah.
Nice. And chai and
the Christmas one is a chai tea.
Oh.
We have a tea called Christmas.
How come I've never tried this before?
Oh, I guess probably because it's a seasonal tea. So we bring it out, say, like October to December. But it's a caffeine-free tea, and it's got cinnamon and cardamom and spices, and it really, you take a sip and you feel like you're drinking Christmas.
Oh my gosh!
Lovely.
So are they all caffeine-free? All your teas are caffeine-free?
No, we have a variety. So generally, like herbal teas are naturally decaffeinated. We only do naturally decaffeinated teas. We don't do like an English breakfast that's been made to be decaffeinated. So we just do naturally, and then obviously, so true teas are like the Camellia sinensis plant, and all of those have caffeine. So that would be your black, oolong, green, and white.
So you do like a chamomile?
Yes, we do have it's called Nap Time.
Nap Time.
Yes. We had a lot of fun making the names, when we started the business.
Okay. Now, what is your mantra for tea time in Cayman? And what do you like most about being a tea entrepreneur?
So our mantra, I guess, would probably be natural, quality, loose leaf teas. And the best part, I think, of being an entrepreneur is the flexibility, especially being a mom. I have
you have a full-time job.
Yeah, well, my kids are my full-time job, and then I have tea time, and we have a few other small businesses.
Okay.
So yes, I never have a dull moment in my life. So I think I like being an entrepreneur because I have flexibility. I can do orders and invoices at 9 p.m. I can package tea at 9 p.m. That way I can focus on the kids and my other things that have to be done during the day. And I also just like being able to make the decisions myself, not having to say, okay, I've got to ask 5 people before I can make it. I can just place an order. You know, I can name a tea nap time if I want to. You know, so you know, having that, having that freedom. So.
Do you drink tea with your kids?
Absolutely. So Max, my oldest son, he started drinking hibiscus vanilla delight, which is that rooibos caffeine-free tea, from the time he was about 9 months old. We'd put it in his sippy cup with ice. And my kids loved any type of tea. If you offer them black tea, green tea, herbal tea, they will drink any type of tea.
I used to be a big tea. I stayed away from coffee.
Yeah.
But my daughter grew up watching me drink tea.
Nice.
And then she started drinking tea.
Yeah.
And now she has her own kids. And the 6-year-old, yesterday he was home from school, wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
So he stayed with me for a little bit. And he wanted tea. He brought his tea from his house.
Oh.
And I made his tea. But he's very particular about his tea.
Oh.
He only takes about half and half.
Okay.
And I didn't have half and half. I had carnation milk.
Oh, no.
And he whined and he whined and he whined. It's funny. He
Well,
eventually
what did they
drank
say?
it.
It's your cup of tea, right? You know, it's, yeah.
But eventually he drank it with a straw, of course.
My sweet.
But he just, it was funny.
Yeah.
Because I've never had to deal with a child, you know,
Being
not
picky
having the
about it.
right cup of tea. And
Hilarious.
so I made a mental note, half and half in the fridge next
Keep
time.
it in there. Yeah, that's hilarious.
It was funny.
Yeah.
But it's good that you know, it's a nice thing when you can share a cup of tea. Especially tea. There's something about drinking tea, like you said, you know.
Yes.
And I can see where you're coming with this because
Yeah.
it's, you know, Susan and I should drink. Susan, we should drink tea. You know, I think we should, especially in offices and stuff, you know.
Yes.
Corporate Royal. We should all have a 10-minute break and just drink tea.
Absolutely.
Forget
And,
the
and
coffee.
some of the corporate companies do serve our tea to their employees.
Oh, they
which
do?
is very cool. Yeah.
See? Okay, I'm on the right track.
Yeah, you know, because think about a lot of lawyers and accountants are in the office for hours and hours. So, you know, they don't want to be drinking, you know, less quality. They got to drink some good caffeinated teas to keep them going. So, yeah, it's very true. You should.
What is some of the would you say are some of the more popular teas that your customers are purchasing?
So the one we said before, hibiscus vanilla delight, very popular. Skinny lemongrass is like an oolong lemongrass. In Cayman, we call it fever grass as well. Yeah. And so I think sometimes the name makes that popular, you know, because it says skinny. Oolong and lemongrass have both benefits, you know, for your metabolism. And so I think that helps. And then, of course, English breakfast is one of our most popular.
Man. Yeah. Do we have a lot of tea drinkers here in Cayman?
Absolutely. And, you know, what's cool about Cayman, we have people from everywhere in the world, you know, and so I don't think that tea, you know, people always say, oh, British people drink tea, but, you know, everybody drinks tea from all different, you know, countries, from different backgrounds. I think tea is something that it doesn't really matter what, you know, economic background you come from, what everybody loves tea, you know, and so it is a nice thing. In Cayman, we found that a lot of people do.
So do you keep up with the trends? Of course.
Yes, we do.
Tea trends?
We tried. This was random. A couple of years ago, it was very popular to do like sangria infused, you know, like alcoholic teas, you know, like in a sangria. So it was like fruits and
fruity.
wine and tea. And so one of the, you know, liquor stores did it with us, and it was an interesting concept and something different. Yeah, so that is a very trendy thing right now, is to put tea in drinks.
So going back to packaging,
Yes.
you package your stuff right here in Cayman.
We do, yes.
Is that time consuming for you?
Absolutely, yes. We have gone back and forth between having, you know, the more like part-time employees. It's a very small business, so we don't really need someone full-time. So we usually have like younger Caymanians that are in between jobs, or, you know, going to school, and then they do it in between their school, their classes and stuff. So that's kind of worked out fine for us. And then when we don't have someone, it ends up just being my mom and I, and she's a trooper. Yeah. So,
Well, you can always relax and have a cuppa, right?
oh, exactly. Yes. We're both big lovers.
Now, going back to, do you have you distribute to, say, the supermarkets?
Yes.
So there's no physical location that anybody can walk in and say, okay, there's tea time in Cayman, but you'll find it. Where can we find it in Cayman?
Yeah, so
besides
you can
the supermarket.
Well, at Kirk Market, you'll
Okay.
find it in the tea aisle. Foster's Cayman Bay, it's not in the tea aisle, it's in the local section, like by Cayman Sea Salt and by the cheeses.
Right.
At Pure Art. Today is actually the grand opening of my grandfather's old shop, Mr. Arthur's, you know, on the waterfront.
Oh,
And so they'll be carrying our teas now as well.
Okay,
So it's
because
tonight, actually, at 5:30.
tonight I am so excited because I love Mr. Archer's shop.
Oh.
I love my tuna sandwich.
Yes.
Are you going to have
exactly.
tuna sandwiches?
Yes. I'm not running it. It's my cousin Lexi.
Your cousin, okay.
But yes, absolutely. Patties, peppermint candies, corned beef sandwich, all the things that you love.
I'm missing my tuna sandwiches.
And they've added a few new things as well,
Okay.
which is nice to have local jams and our teas, Cayman sea salt stuff as well. So yeah, so we're there. And then we also serve our teas, like I said, at a few companies like Water and Elephant. Sacha does their kombuchas with our teas.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we're all over, yeah.
Okay.
And
so
the Marriott does our tea.
there's no
for their
excuse where I can't find tea time in Cayman.
Yes, you
Okay.
should be able to.
And they make, I'm pretty sure, excellent baskets.
We do.
You
We
do?
do.
Okay,
So
we'll
at
talk about that
Christmas-
when we come back.
Yes, sounds good.
If you're just joining us, it's tea time in Cayman. We're speaking with our guest, Mrs. Katie Marion Pentney, and she is the owner of Tea Time in Cayman. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Under Commissioner Cardinal, road and building development continued to grow on the islands. For a number of building projects, Commissioner Cardinal turned to the shipwright and builder, Mr. Rael B. Bodden. Bodden had a unique style, mixing local and imported materials, combining native hardwoods and hand-molded concrete blocks made with Jamaican cement. During the 1920s, Bodden had built the Wooden Peace Memorial Town Hall and the concrete and wood Elmsley Memorial Church. Bodden would also be involved in the construction of the public library and post office, which opened in 1939. During World War II, Rael Bodden was commissioned by the U.S. Navy to build two 162-ton minesweepers. These commissions and the needs of the U.S. Navy greatly assisted with replenishing the government revenues.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise today at Cayman Insurance Center.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience. So, you missed out on the Black Friday sales? Don't worry, Roro Variety has you covered. The 10th sale is back. One day only, Saturday, December 10th from 7 a.m. T-shirts, 5 for $10. Jeans, you name it, Roro has it. Shoes, household items, bathroom accessories, towels, clocks, and handbags. The Roro Variety 10th sale, Saturday, December 10th from 7 a.m. Roro Variety Store, Tropical Plaza, Smith Road. Call 924-9553.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our first segment. It's 9 minutes until news time at 8 o'clock. We're speaking with Mrs. Katie Marion Pentney. She's owner of Tea Time in Cayman. So we're having tea this morning. So here's hoping you're having a cup with us. Whatever you're drinking, you're welcome to cheers as Katie and I are sitting in the studio. Susan is on the other side. So Katie, I have in front of me barbecue almonds, sea salt, of course, Cayman sea salt, and there's a Cayman cookie.
Shortbread cookies.
Shortbread cookie mix, and we have your tea forte. Which is a tea
strain, like a cup with a strainer.
Cup with a strainer, so I can put my hot water, my tea in there, and let it seep for however long I want it to seep.
Yeah.
So can I combine all of these, including the teas, in a basket?
Absolutely. So we have gift baskets. We actually have a...
Oh, you do them?
Yes, I do
I'm
them.
thinking I had to do them.
No. Yeah, we do baskets. If you look on our website, we've got a $30 basket, a $60 basket, and a $120 basket. We also do one like Christmas. So we do one called Santa Baby, which is $85, and then Oh Christmas Tree, which is $150. And so we incorporate just a few extra things like locally poured candles and that sort of thing that we don't usually do all year round. And then we also do this tiny little one called a mini-me basket, and we put our sample tin. So that's just $6. So it's kind of like a, if you just want to give someone something, but you don't want to do a big gift.
Right.
And that has 3 different types of tea in it.
Give them a chance to taste your tea, sample your teas as well. Okay, exactly. I like that. No,
yes.
And I love the way you have the samples in the little, in the tins, you call them?
Thank you. Yeah, sample tins.
Sample tins.
Packaging was important to us. We wanted it to be clean and easy to read, and just to be simple. We didn't want anything fussy or overcomplicated.
Okay. So besides those Santa baskets, do you have anything else for Christmas?
Nope, those are our only 2 things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how is tea holding up to coffee, the mighty coffee?
So
how competitive is the mighty coffee?
I mean, coffee and tea, there's a place for both, and I think that it depends on the person. I think it depends on their lifestyle, obviously their flavor profile, what they like to drink. I know some people who definitely drink both regularly, and then there are tea lovers, and then there are coffee lovers, so I think that they're actually, they both are doing very well. I think that tea may overtake coffee in the future, more just because of the health benefits and because it has less caffeine, and I think the world is headed towards less caffeine.
Susan is saying, she's mad at me for saying it's her suggestion. Coffee flavored tea. That's a great Susan. You should be in marketing, Susan.
Random. And so we do have one. So I was actually telling
coffee
Anita
flavored
about
tea.
It. So it's called yerba mate, and they do compare it to the taste of coffee. I don't think it tastes a lot like coffee, but they compare the caffeine level to coffee. It's from Argentina, and it just has a very earthy taste to it. But so far, no, we don't have any teas that taste like coffee yet.
No, Katie, you were the 2014 YCLA recipient.
Yes.
And you started the business in 2011.
Yes, I did.
So you were way into your business when you received this award.
Yes.
Prestigious award, I may ask.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did it feel to know that, here you are, the recipient, you're an entrepreneur, you have your CPA, and all this good stuff. How was that for you at the moment?
Oh, it was overwhelming, that's for sure. I think you do things in your life because you want to do them, and because, those are the choices that you've made. And so I think I was incredibly honored, you know, to be awarded, and it was an incredible year of meeting a lot of different people, especially children, you know, when I was doing all the talks and speeches. And it was just very humbling. It was very cool to see that, you know, I wasn't the only one. You know, it was when you're with people for 3 months, that there are 5 people who are like the nominees. So it was just interesting getting to know the types of things that they were doing and interested in. So it was wonderful.
Well, it's not too late to say congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, your experience as a CPA, how has this helped you with your business?
I would say it just helps me keep focused on when I order something, making sure I keep my records, you know, making sure that everything is in order. I'm also, you know, always checking to make sure, okay, how close is my inventory? When do I need to reorder? So it definitely just keeps your mind focused on what you need to do to keep on track.
Okay. Now, speaking of latest trends in the overall tea industry, what are you seeing for the future?
I would say people are focusing a lot on blends rather than, like, you know, I said earlier, I love a good English breakfast tea, which is a traditional tea. I think people are going for custom. They're going for, you know, different flavor profiles. They want something fruity. They want something that gives them this benefit or that. So I think people are into blending different teas. Like my dad's been doing that for years, where he'll put a green tea and a black tea and a herbal tea.
You know, the thing about a cup of tea is the smell,
Yes.
the aroma that comes from that cup.
Yes,
you know, aroma along with the steam.
Yeah.
I don't like hot stuff, but, you know, just to sit there and it's just something about. Do you take your tea with cream?
So it depends on the tea. So
Okay.
if I have all black teas, I would have with milk, and I use stevia, which obviously sugar as well if I don't have stevia. And then any other tea, I just have plain. So green tea or herbal teas, I don't add anything.
Nice. How about, what are some of the health benefits of tea drinking?
Oh gosh, well there's so many. Obviously increasing your metabolism. Things that have lemon in them or ginger obviously can help with like antibodies and killing antibacterial components in your body. And obviously I call it, there's a tea that I call it's like my happy tea. And I think that it's just because of all the antioxidants
Which one
that
is
come
that?
flowing through. It's called that one's called Super Zen. It's a blend of 2 different green teas.
Sounds very zenny.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. So obviously the level of antioxidants gives that boost to your body. So even though it's not caffeine, it gives that natural boost of just feeling good. And I also just want to say before we're done that, so we only do sales once a year on Black Friday.
Okay.
But because you've invited me here today, I wanted to offer your listeners 20% off.
Yay!
Yeah, and so today and tomorrow, if they place an order either through our website, or I can do that at the end, maybe the website, or I can...
No, you can do it now.
Yeah, Tea Time. So it's just teatimeincayman.ky, or they can WhatsApp me or call 916-8664. We'll offer them 20% off today and tomorrow.
Okay. How does that work? Would you do delivery?
Yes.
Okay. Or they can pick up?
Yeah, so we can both options. So
Okay.
usually we do free deliveries for orders over $100, and then anything less than that they can collect in Cayman Bay.
Okay. And your website is teatimeincayman.ky?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. And your email again?
Is info@teatimeincayman.ky.
Okay. And telephone number if you have one?
916-8664.
8664. Now, what is the feedback being like before we let you go, Katie?
Yes. Feedback
From your customers. Yeah.
So a lot of our customers wanted to try, they come back from vacation. They say, I had this tea with, rooibos and blah, blah, blah. So we've actually created the Hibiscus Vanilla Delight. A lady on island created that.
Nice.
We brought in 4 different samples and she picked it based on something she had while traveling. And so we do make custom teas, obviously not all the time. But yes, that we do listen to our customers, absolutely.
Okay. So before I let you go, do you have the tea, all of the tea forte stocked? So
Yes.
if a customer want to buy that, they can
The
buy
mugs,
that?
yes,
The mugs.
absolutely.
Okay. Katie, we have so many questions for you, but we're out of time. We'll have to bring you back
No
in to
worries.
sit and actually sit. I always want to do that, to
Yeah.
sit here and drink coffee or tea with my
Sounds
guests.
good, yeah.
But we don't have time for
I
it.
know.
It's
Time
always-
flies when you're having
Katie doesn't
fun,
give me
right?
enough time, So, Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And have fun putting all of this together.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank
Merry
you
Christmas to
so much. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a discussion with the RCIPS, NDC, and some owners of bars.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
Feast mode activated. Foster's Christmas holiday dinners are back with new recipes, creating an even better spread.
Order your main, sides, and dessert online, then pick it up in store, all ready for the family to feast on.
Choose from smoked Cayman-style jerk pork shoulder, oven-roasted turkey, or maple-glazed ham.
Then select 3 sides and either pumpkin or apple pie for dessert. Plus, every order comes with dinner rolls, gravy, and cranberry sauce.
Order your Christmas holiday dinner online today at fosters.ky.
Foster's, better because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller.
This government believes that on these issues, the time is now.
Lawmakers on both sides of the floor overwhelmingly support a government motion seeking a referendum on a national lottery and the decriminalization of small quantities of cannabis. Premier the Honorable Wayne Panton tabled the motion Wednesday afternoon.
Be it now therefore resolved that the following be declared matters of national importance. A, whether a national lottery should be introduced in the Cayman Islands, and B, whether the consumption and possession of small amounts of cannabis should be decriminalized. And be it now therefore further resolved that the said matters be specified in a bill and brought by the government to this Parliament for debate in accordance with the provisions of Section 69 of the Cayman Islands Constitutional Order 2009 as amended.
The motion sought a declaration whether these are 2 matters of national importance and whether government should bring a bill to enable a referendum to determine the electors' view on these issues. The motion was voted 16 in favor, 1 abstention, and 1 absentee. The referendum will go forward, and government says a date will be announced in, quote, due course. Also on Wednesday, the Gambling Amendment Bill was presented for a second reading and briefly debated before the House adjourned. Discussions are set to continue today. Make sure to listen to our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, to hear the proceedings live. And big news for Cayman's tourism minister. CAGTV's Donna Bush has more.
The Honorable Kenneth Bryan, Minister for Tourism and Transport, has been named Caribbean Tourism Minister of the Year in the Caribbean Travel Awards of 2023. Hosted by the Caribbean Journal, the awards are regarded as the region's leading celebration of travel excellence. Commenting on the award, Minister Bryan said, quote, "I am both grateful and humbled to receive this award. This accolade is the result of the great work and dedication of the team I am privileged to lead in the Ministry and Department of Tourism, who work hard on behalf of the people of the Cayman Islands and to support me as minister," end quote. Now, the Caribbean Journal launched the awards back in 2014 to honor the people, destinations, and properties that help make Caribbean travel better. To read the entire article on Minister Bryan, you can go online to CARIB, that's caribjournal.com. Again, that's caribjournal.com.
CAGTV's Donna Bush there reporting. In regional news, in Guatemala City, a court there convicted former President Otto Perez Molina and his vice president on fraud and conspiracy counts on Wednesday. Their sentences have yet to be announced. Both were acquitted of illegal enrichment charges. Molina and Baldetti resigned in 2015 and have been in custody on charges of permitting and benefiting from a customs graft scheme known as La Línea. The scheme involved a conspiracy to defraud the state by letting businesses evade import duties in exchange for bribes. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. Iran has carried out the first execution of a protester for being involved in the anti-government demonstrations that erupted in September. Mohsen Shekari was charged with waging war against God, which carries the death penalty. The UN mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo has accused M23 rebels of killing more than 130 civilians. The UN says the rebels targeted 2 villages in retaliation for attacks by other armed groups. The biggest fraud trial in German history is getting underway in Munich, involving the former boss of the payment company Wirecard. The company collapsed 2 years ago after admitting that $2 billion in its accounts didn't exist. The Kremlin has acknowledged that Russia has a lot of work ahead if it's to completely capture the 4 regions of Ukraine that it claimed to have annexed. Russia does not have total control of any of the areas. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has welcomed the Chinese President Xi Jinping at a lavish reception in Riyadh. The World Health Organization has warned of challenges in the fight against malaria. It says mosquitoes which spread the illness are becoming resistant to insecticides. Prince Harry has repeated accusations of intrusion of privacy by the British media. In the first episodes of a new Netflix show called Harry and Meghan, the Prince says it's his duty to expose exploitation and bribery. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com. Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Town. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Switch from slow to experience data on the fastest and most reliable network. Our new Christmas specials are just for you, giving you the best value. Buy and stay on any Christmas plan and get 10 gigabytes any use data on us every month for a year. That means more music, more entertainment, more sports, and more ways to stay connected for the entire year. Available exclusively on our new Christmas plans. Hurry in store today to take advantage of this limited time offer. It's the Christmas that keeps on giving. Digicel. Merry Christmas.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Hi, my AC just went out and I need someone to come fix it.
I'm sorry, we're closed.
Okay, what about tomorrow?
We're only open on Thursday, and we're fully booked.
Have anything next week?
No.
Okay, when can you send someone out?
The 22nd is open.
I'll take it.
Of December 2023.
With the best medical cover for your dollar, we're like an AC technician who isn't too busy for you. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 80 degrees. Relative humidity is 70%. The barometric pressure is 30.03 inches and falling. The wind is out of the northeast at 14 knots. Overnight low temperature was 76 degrees. Synopsis indicate fresh northeasterly winds along with rough seas expected across the Cayman area for the next few days as a strong high-pressure system builds over the southeastern United States. Radar images show isolated showers around the Cayman area drifting towards the southwest. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will rise to the upper 80s today. Winds will be east to northeast at 20 to 25 knots, and seas will be rough with wave heights of 5 to 7 feet. A small craft warning is in effect, and all small craft should remain in safe harbor for today and tonight as well. Now, the forecast for tonight calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures falling to the mid-70s tonight, Winds will be east to northeast at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and seas will be rough with wave heights of 5 to 7 feet. Today's high tide will occur this morning at 10:21, low tide this afternoon at 4:25, and a high tide again tonight at 11 minutes past 9. The sun will set this evening at 5:46 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:48. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Saturday morning as a strong high-pressure system lingers across the southeastern United States and over the western Atlantic Ocean.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Hey, Bill, glad to see you back in the office. Who? Bill.
Oh, sorry. I think you're mistaking me for someone else.
Tom.
Nope.
Jack.
No.
Alex.
No. Want me to just tell you?
Nope, I got this, George.
No, you don't. Still not me.
Adam.
Not even close, man.
We're like a coworker that didn't forget your name. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Okay, good to see you, Mike John.
It's Mordecai.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Lots of patience needed as you head on down to Georgetown, as traffic is extremely busy coming from the east on the Linford-Pearson Highway as well as on Crew Road. Coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and Agnes Way, traffic busy. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue traffic is moderate in both directions, and steady traffic coming off of the Esley Tibbetts Highway and continuing on to Industrial Park area. Steady but flowing traffic on North Sound Road. As we look to Crew Road, of course, traffic is busy, and heading east on Crew Road, moderate flow of traffic. From the West Bay 4-way stop, moderate flow of traffic as well as on Shedden Road, and on Edward Street, flowing light to moderate, as well as on Owen Roberts Drive. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again. At about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock, we'll give you another traffic report. Remember, click it or ticket.
When you're craving something big, something tasty that gives you that lip-smacking satisfaction, something that hits the spot, there is nothing better than a footlong from Subway.
It's pretty tasty.
Filling and full of flavor. Try our new sweet onion steak teriyaki with a twist, or the classic chicken teriyaki. Top it with green pepper, onions, cheese, and that sweet onion teriyaki sauce, all piled on your favorite artisanal bread. Satisfy that craving with a footlong from Subway.
Fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty.
Let's make it a meal with a drink, chips, and cookies. There is nothing better than a footlong from Subway.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
HSA's cardiology clinic is now located at Smith Road Medical Center. Our cardiology team provides expert care and treatment for heart conditions such as coronary artery disease, heart failure, arrhythmias, hypertension, congenital heart diseases, among others. The new location offers state-of-the-art cardiac diagnostic testing, including echocardiograms, ECGs, and stress tests. To contact, call 949-8600. At HSA, your heart matters to us.
Radio Cayman Super Jam Show, the #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio. Enjoy a mix of pop, hip-hop, dancehall, urban gospel. The Super Jam Show is
brought to you by these kind sponsors.
The Cayman Islands Football Association, SIFA, building a better future for Cayman football.
Cayman Insurance Center.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
UWI Open Campus, on-site, online, and on demand.
Visit open.uwi.edu. Call them today at 946-8322.
Super Jam.
Also brought to you by Superior Auto Center. Do it right the first time with Superior Auto.
949-9570.
Or 525-9571.
Superior Auto. They keep your car in tune.
Super Jam.
Also brought to you by
Mise en Place, bespoke catering for all your private and corporate event needs. Email events@catering.ky.
The #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Super Jam.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
on a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex. Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
We give you honor and praise, adoration and glory.
Radio Cayman.
Praise time.
Praise him, praise him. Come on, let's praise the Lord. Come on, let's praise the Lord. Praise him in the morning and in the evening. Oh, let's praise the Lord.
Praise time in the morning.
Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
Radio Cayman, waking you up.
Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite. Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite.
Praise time.
I know he cares. He'll always be there. Oh, yeah. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it.
Business Boss. Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz, our second and final segment for this morning. It's 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. I have an absolutely full studio this morning, ram-packed studio. It's the last interview for the RCIPS for the year 2022. Come January, they'll be on board again. But this morning, it's the last morning for this year. We have in the studio joining me, you know what? Since it's a full house, I'll make you introduce yourselves. We'll start with the RCIPS, of course.
Good morning, Miss Anita. Thank you for having us again. It's Jodianne Powery from the RCIPS Media Office. I'm the Media and Communications Officer.
Okay, and moving along.
I'm Delisa Hernandez from the National Drug Council. I am the Prevention and Education Officer.
Good morning, my name is Simon Miller. I'm Prevention Specialist with the National Drug Council. Sorry.
And I'm Anita, next to me.
Good morning, I'm Jeffo. Christopher Robinson. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeffo. So which one should I use?
Jungle Jeffo's Bar.
Okay. Next to Jeffo.
And I'm Prentice Panton, Reflections.
Good morning, Prentice. Good morning, everybody. Good to have everyone in the house. So this morning we have it's a combined topic that will hopefully roll into one. We're gonna start off with RCIPS, Jodianne. Jodianne, this year I believe is the second year for Operation Winter Guardian.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so how is it going for this year?
Well, not the second year.
No?
It's an annual operation that we have around this time of year, and the purpose of Operation Winter Guardian is for crime prevention and hopeful crime deterrence throughout the busy holiday season, and with an emphasis on road safety because of what we've noticed as being a trend in the increase of DUIs during this time of year, and with that increasing collisions as well.
Okay, so for the RCIPS, which units will be participating in which operation, and what roles will they play? You have the whole lowdown on this.
All of our units actually do participate in Operation Winter Guardian in some way or the other. What we do is we try to increase our presence on the roadways as well as in our communities and our businesses by employing officers that are usually not on the front line. We bring them out in uniform throughout the Christmas season so that we have a higher visibility, in hopes that seeing increased number of officers in uniform, in patrol cars, with the lights on will hopefully deter crime as well as traffic offenses.
How did it work last year?
I think every year I do think that works pretty well. Last year, I can't remember, did we have any DUIs over the New Year's Eve period? I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did. I think it was the New Year's Day.
Yeah,
we had one.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was very minimum. However, I do think that one is too many. Yeah. You know, last year we did arrest in excess of 250 people for DUI over the last year period. So far this year, up until November, we've had over 200 arrests for DUI so far, and 40% of those have been DUI related. So it does show a correlation of DUI to traffic collisions on our roadways.
Okay. Now, what are some of the activities that you can share with us, Jodianne, about how the police plan to keep us safe during the holiday season?
Well, one of the main things that we do during the holiday season is that we partner with the community. We partner with the Arrive Alive 345 campaign, with the NDC and Compass Media, and with Radio Cayman, who always allow us to come on and share our messages. And we also partner with the communities, as you see today, with the business owners here with us today, to try to get the message out as wide as possible so that it reaches as many people as possible as well. Another thing that we do is we do increased patrols, especially at nighttime. And what you'll see is vehicle checkpoints, or what we call VCPs. They're spontaneous, and you know, what we do is we stop, we speak to people who are driving on the roads, especially late at night. From those, we attempt to detect who are possible DUI persons or who are offenders. And so that's just one of the ways that we also try to be as visible as possible in the community as well. We do patrols in the communities because in addition to traffic issues that have increased, we also find that there are incidents of robberies and burglaries that also increase over the holiday period. So we try to mitigate those as best as we can by increasing community patrols and business patrols as well, because we do realize that the businesses will be increasingly busier over the holiday period.
Okay. Now, so far in the operation, Winter Guard, what are some of the crime trends that you've been noticing?
Well, we definitely have been noticing, especially since August of this year, that there has been an increase in robberies, particularly robberies that are armed either with firearm or other types of weapons. And they have been targeting mostly smaller businesses that have been isolated, so that means that those are businesses that are mostly like in a more community setting than in a commercial area that is a little bit more busier. So we have been increasing our armed response patrols as well to try to I guess go in between those to see how we can best reduce the occurrences of those, as well as to try to detect the offenders in these matters. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't, because there isn't enough of us to be everywhere at all the time, but we're doing our best.
When you say community, you mean outside of the commercial areas?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So businesses that are isolated, like far out in the districts and that kind of thing, not necessarily in the commercial Georgetown areas.
How can those people protect themselves, Jodianne?
Sometimes, Miss Anita, there really isn't very much that people can do. But what we do find that help is that if you are able to, if you can afford to, and you can put CCTV cameras, alarm systems, panic buttons, that kind of thing in your business, so that you can get a quick response from the police, or in the event that you become a victim of crime, you can assist the police investigation to try to recover property or, just to make arrests. Those are things that business owners can do.
Okay. Now, what are some of the ways that the community can participate and assist the police with the winter Operation Winter Guardian or crime in general?
One of the things that I've always advocated for is personal accountability and responsibility for actions. That being said, just make sure that you're doing the right things, especially on our roadways. And if you see something, say something. So, one of the things that we always struggled with is our best evidence, which is people. We never really, we do struggle with getting information from the community. And it's understandable. We are a small community. But at the end of the day, at some point, we'll have to say enough is enough. And we'll have to do our best to make sure that we can rid ourselves of crime in our community by assisting with investigations. And so, again, yes, if you see something, say something, assist us with investigations by providing information. You can do so anonymously. You can do so anonymously on our website or by calling our confidential tip line.
Apprentice, you're waiting patiently for your turn. But as we're on this topic, as a business owner, what would you add to what Jodianne just said?
Well, in a sense, given unfortunately the number of incidents that we've had, and we've gained significant experience on dealing with that. One of the things we have at all our locations is a magnetic doors, and it buzz and let people in. That works well for the most part, but sometimes staff don't follow the procedures and don't look at the cameras as they should. And we try to change up our movements, especially when you're dealing with cash and keep.
Don't give us your state secrets.
No, we can't. We constantly changing the way we do movement. And I can say that I can see it. That there's definitely a larger increase in the police presence, and they usually stop in the past by slow down, stop. That definitely has a deterrent effect, I would say. And the community actually comes forward to us whenever an incident happens. We usually get some people willing to talk to us and give us names and stuff like that, so that helps. And then obviously we pass it on confidential to the police. But over the years, that's some of the things that we learned is just constantly changing, limiting the amount of cash present. And sometimes I look at what they get. It doesn't even make sense to do the robbers, especially the risk and the amount of years that you could go to jail.
Okay, thank you for that, Jiffo. You gonna talk to me?
Of course.
What's on your mind?
Well, I understand what Prentice is saying in regards to, the doors and buzzing and stuff like that for certain business, but for a bar, that really don't work. I know bars that actually have it, that system, but when you go into a bar and you're going to have a drink, you don't really want to have the buzzing to do it.
Right.
So running the bars is a bit different from running the business, even though it's safer with the buzz system and stuff. But also, we really don't have no control when somebody comes in and they masked and they got gloves and they don't leave a trace. And they, Cayman got so much cultures now that anybody can learn to talk Jamaican, Caymanian, American, British. Anybody can, so it's hard to catch people, to identify people. Even with the cameras, you catch a person, he come in, he tall and looks about 6'2". It hurts us because the police can't do nothing about that. They can't identify a person from that aspect, but, small country, and we're going to hear sooner or later who did what, because most of these kids or whoever doing these crimes at night, they're probably just doing it to get a couple extra bucks to go have a drink. And that's what we're talking about, drinks.
Drinks. All right, on that note, we'll take a break.
$300.
$300.
$400.
That's
not
it.
Robbery.
No. And like Prentice just said, you do time for something as silly as that, wreck your whole life.
You're pushing someone to face and you demand money. Senseless, man.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thanks to our sponsors this morning of the Business Buzz, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Cayman Medical Supplies now open in Cayman Brac.
Now open on the sister island, Brac Medical Supplies. Everything from over-the-counter items to home care products such as wheelchairs, crutches, bed pads, adult briefs, and PPE items. Friendly, local, loyal, and long-standing service right in the Brac. Brac Medical Supplies. Call today at 948-2228. Better yet, come see us. We are located right next to the Alexander Hotel.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Your Radio Cayman 6 p.m. news, Monday through Friday, is brought to you by Logic. Your life connected.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
In order to assist with the development of local farming, the Department of Agriculture would like to remind farmers of the on-farm artificial insemination services available for cattle, goats, and pigs. For more information on the service requirement or schedule an assessment appointment, contact the DOA's Veterinary Services section at 916-2218.
It's the final sale of the year at Reflections with up to 50% savings on selected famous brands such as Nike, Reebok, Puma, US Polo, Adidas, Levi's, and Dockers pants for men and women. This holiday gift-giving season, Reflections gift certificates are the easiest way to share your love with friends and family. Levi's and Dockers holiday collection just arrived. Discover your new style and enjoy huge savings on shoes, bags, accessories, and the most fashionable clothing for all your holiday parties. Hurry in today. Purchase Reflections gift certificates for everyone on your shopping list and outfit yourself from their finest holiday collection. Don't miss up to 50% off savings at Reflections Holiday Sales Event. See yourself in Reflections. Open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Thursday and until 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Reflections is located on Shedden Road across from Napa.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
On this segment, we're speaking with Ms. Judy Ann Powery, the media officer for the RCIPS. We have Delissa Hernandez. Delissa is a prevention and education officer with the NDC, that's the National Drug Council. And Mr. Simon Miller, he's a prevention specialist, also with the NDC. We have Mr. Prentice Panton, he's the owner of Reflections, and Mr. Chris Robertson, Jiffo, just call him Jiffo, right? He's the owner of Jungle and Jiffo's Bar. Nice mix this morning. Oh, we've got bar owners, police, drug council. This is a good panel this morning.
Yes.
So
shows that we can all work together.
Yeah. And I can put you together. Susan can put you together and make it work. For once. No, I'm just kidding. No. Let's talk about the Arrive Alive 345 campaign initiative and what it includes. Now, this has been going on for some years, right?
Yes, this is our 22nd year.
22nd year?
22nd year
wow. Okay.
of this campaign. And just to put it out there, next year, 2023, is the National Drug Council's 25th anniversary. So we've been doing prevention for quite some time. So we're really excited to talk about the 22nd anniversary, and I'll let Simon discuss more of where the idea came from and why it's so important for us.
Yes, Simon.
Well, in terms of the 25th anniversary, when you think about prevention efforts, research, monitoring, evaluation here in the Cayman Islands, it is really a milestone for us. So it's something for us to celebrate, and we look forward. There's a number of things that we're going to be rolling out. So we're excited. We're excited in the next few weeks. We're going to issue in a new year. So look forward to coming back on the show and sharing with the public some of those things.
You giving me a heads up or what?
Yes, ma'am.
No, the 345 are live.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how it works.
So it's the Arrive Live 345 is an umbrella. So underneath that umbrella, we have the Purple Ribbon Pledge, we have the designated driver, and we have the Purple Ribbon Bus that people can ride free on New Year's Eve. So you can go down to Jiffo's and you can go down to Jungle, and then you can check Prentice and his people, and you can catch the bus. And we all hope that people will do the right thing, and if they do any of those three things, they also ensure that they designate a driver. Either you ride the bus or you designate a driver that evening, or throughout this entire holiday season. And of course, this campaign is in partnership with Compass Media and Radio Cayman, with allowing us to come on and discuss our messaging. And this year is a bit different, but it's still the same message. A bit different in that you will see us out more. You see the flags when you come down the bypass, all bypass. You'll see them in certain supermarkets. You will see it, when you go to your favorite restaurant or bar with our purple ribbon key rings. And our friends over in Little Cayman are now a part of the campaign this year. And so they will be experiencing the campaign for the first time. And of course, our friends in the BRAC as well. So this year for us, it's really important because I call it we're painting the town purple, and everyone is going to see what there is to offer for them this Christmas or this New Year's Eve.
So this Arrive Alive 345 campaign is only once per year.
It is only Christmas, yes. No, it is only from November to January 1st.
Okay, all right. So for the rest of the year, you're thinking maybe after the 25th, you hit 25 years, maybe we'll do Easter, Valentine's. I'm just giving
Miss
more
Anita,
to do.
that is a very good challenge. We tried it a few times over the years. It's very costly. Even if you take, for example, the designated driver portion. So if you visit a place like Mr. Jiffo's establishments, they do provide free soft drinks. I'm sure. Non-alcoholic drinks to designated drivers year-round. Yeah. We just highlight it during this period of time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. We've been doing it. I've been working with this guy here for several years, and
Okay. So now, but Jiffo, as I got you on the mic, say it's New Year's Eve and you have patrons coming to your bar, and when do you know that they've had enough? I've always wondered about that.
Yeah, when people, the first sign usually is they become loud. They become aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah, start to disrespect, call you names, and
And usually after how many drinks, you would say?
Well, we can't determine how much drinks because most of the time they're coming from another establishment. It's not like in the US where you have the drum shot laws, where you can blame it on the next place because people actually have the little cue in their pocket, especially these youngsters. They have the little cue in their pocket, and
what's
that's what
cue?
I think that's what a cue is like a small bottle of
Hennessy. I'm old.
Etc. etc.
Okay.
So what
I thought those were samples to keep in your cabinet.
Yeah. So they'll actually buy a drink from you. You pour them a drink and you give them a little mix, and then they just need to step it up a bit, so they'll touch it up. So we don't know.
I see.
When you drunk, unless we see these queues. Because like I say, I have had people come in my establishment drunk, and I queue and say, no service, don't give them no service. And it disrespect you. You got put them out, then they go to another establishment, and they kind of organize themselves a bit because they don't want what happened to you.
And most of the times,
at your place.
Most of these times, these people are driving, right?
Yeah.
So they'll leave your place and they'll drive to the other establishment.
Yes.
And that's where the Winter Guard, Operation Winter Guard comes in. Boom, you're caught.
You know, I just want to say we're in the 8th day of December, and so far for December we've had 55 collisions in 8 days. So,
are these minor collisions or?
I can't determine that.
Okay.
Based on what I've been provided with, but our analysts do look at the figures and look at the causes and that kind of thing. And what we do know is that usually for more serious collisions, and especially our fatal collisions, which we do have 13 fatals with 14 deaths this year so far, that DUI has been one of the main causes, as well as speeding. And once we're on the topic of speeding, we've issued 38 tickets for 8 days. So
38 tickets
for speeding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now going back to Arrive Alive 345 campaign. Now, what New Year's Eve? Let's specifically New Year's Eve. How does this work? If I want to go, say, to an establishment, boogie night or something, and I live in the Newlands area. How do I get the bus off the main road? Right, Simon?
Okay. So there is 18 buses between here and the sister islands, right? And they all run strategic points. Buses are going to start rolling out at 9 p.m.
So late.
And wrap up. Yeah, well, and wrap up around 3 p.m. 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
because
on
it's
New Year's
Sunday.
Day.
Yeah,
but
Sunday.
I
we have
think
extended time. Or you
my
giving us this time?
I wish I had that power, Miss Anita, but my understanding is that the government did extend to 3 a.m.
To 3 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, so the buses will run to 3 a.m. So the whole idea is you go out to any local bus stop, any local establishment, restaurant, bar, what have you, or even on the side of the road. If you see a bus with a purple flashing light, flag it down, get on board. Okay. All right. So they all run strategic locations across the island. We hope, with traffic, hopefully you can see a bus within 20-30 minutes at the most. Buses in the sister islands will run between 9 and 1 up there.
Okay, and returning home. Same process.
Same process. Now, unfortunately, we can't provide a ride directly to your doorstep because of course, we got to look at certain people might be on the bus, and see where you go home, that sort of thing, and we want to try to mitigate for that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
What about the nightclubs? Because the bars, our hours are different from the nightclubs. Yeah. The nightclubs. If I get 3 a.m., I'm just a bar. Nightclubs probably be 5.
That's a good question. We were just notified, I think, last week about the change in hours. But that's a very good question, Jiffo. We'll have to investigate that and see.
Yeah.
Because if it is a case that they're going to extend nightclubs to 5, and then we will have to adjust our hours for the bus services to try to make sure people get home.
Yeah, and the purpose of that bus thing is a good idea, but I wouldn't want you to drop me off down the road at 3 o'clock when I drunk. No, I think you should just drop me home. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
No, we appreciate that.
Appreciate
because the more the community hears that, the more the corporate community hears that, then the more ability and support we'll get
contributions
in order
towards
to
it. Because I'm pretty sure that you got sponsors and stuff that you don't want to drop a sponsor down the road.
Yeah.
You can be
Yeah, good point.
Maybe you can look at that.
Well, maybe one of the sponsors will be riding the bus this year, and they'll realize the importance of getting to home,
Yes.
and they will then say, "Hey, we're gonna up this, and we'd like to add this." And
Yeah, because the conditions after 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm experienced with it. Listen, people disrespect me. Late night. They don't have no control over that after they had their drinks. Even I sometimes, you know, I have to, after 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably on another side too. Mentally, you know, after alcohol use.
And with that being said, there are going to be water. There is going to be water on the bus
there's water,
as well
water
for
on all the
people.
buses, so.
So for those who may have had a bit too much to drink, the bus isn't there for you to get fun, to overdo it and then ride the bus and then be belligerent and do things that you'll regret tomorrow. The bus is there for your safety at the end of the day. We can't control. We're just putting things in place so that you can, and that's why it's called Arrive Alive. You can arrive alive at the end of the day. Because, many of us have lost friends and families throughout the holiday season, and particularly on New Year's Day.
Especially Christmas.
And exactly, and the last thing we want is for that to happen, which is why this is in place. So don't be responsible is basically one of the main messages here. Last year I had at least 5 or 6 people communicate with us on social media who took the bus, who forgot their key in the bus. I won't call that person's name, but I'm sure they're listening. Who left something in the bus or whatever, and they called and we were able to assist them. Not every time they thought that's where it was, but then it was somewhere else. But we do have that communication as well. So with the bus drivers, and of course you can find us on Instagram and Facebook, or on our website. You can get our details should anything happen on the bus that you need to be in communication with us. So we're really excited for the buses this year. And like Simon said, check out that beautiful purple light coming down the road. Just think of
how far out east are you going to be picking up from?
All the way from Cayman, Rum Point. So it covers the whole entire island, Miss Anita. Yeah.
Okay,
So
West Bay to
yes, ma'am.
to Moritz. Okay.
And I just wanted to add to what Delisa was saying about the buses aren't there for you to drink until you're in a drunken stupor, because there's a matter of safety there as well. You don't want to be drinking, even though you are provided for in terms of the designated driver or the buses being available to you. You don't want to drink to a point where you're not in control of yourself, and then you become a burden to the bus drivers, the staff that Simon and Delisa has employed to assist that night, or to your friends, and especially not to the point where you are becoming abusive to bartenders and bar owners throughout the night as well. You want to make sure that you're in a position where should anything happen to you, you are in control of yourself and you can assist yourself.
And we have good partnership with HSA as well.
Yeah.
So if we see something is up, the drivers are well equipped and trained to see these things, and they know what to do at that point. Jiffo and his team and other bars and restaurants that have participated and continue to support all have their designated driver packets so far. We are still out delivering today, but the majority of the restaurants and bars on Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, we're on our way. But if you're a designated driver, you can ask for your purple ribbon key ring, which I don't have right now on me because there it is. It's in my handbag. But, and you just say, I'm the designated driver, and we will hold you accountable. Like Jiffo said, it's not for you to take that free non-alcoholic beverage and go outside and mix it with something. If you're going to say you're a designated driver, please be the designated driver. You are going to save not just your life, but someone else's. Okay.
And after this program today, I'll be looking at Q in a different light.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Go ahead.
And Mr. Prentice as well is supporting this campaign in many different ways, and not to butt in on you, Miss Anita, but
no.
You know, it's really important that he shares why it's important for him to be a part of this campaign.
By us, it's dispensing alcohol for off-premise, which is people buying it to take home. It's the same level of responsibility to do with all these house parties that that they have awareness of their guests. There's obviously their friends and their family, and they must look out for them. If someone's too intoxicated, call a cab or ask them to stay over. And that's a really big part of things, especially since after COVID, people kind of got into more house parties, and we want to play a vital part. I really support this effort over the years, and I'm honored to be part of it. Looking forward to helping getting the word out, and I think more and more people are becoming aware of the dangers of driving intoxicated. And like I said, the massive police presence has certainly helped, hammer that message home. So
do you have? Sorry, go ahead.
I just think everybody has to act responsibly and drink moderately.
So do you have any non-alcoholic beverages on special for this time, Prentice?
Non-alcoholic wine, a little grape wine, sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine. Yep.
And there actually is some now still wines that the alcohol has been removed. There's this is zero alcohol beer as well. Mm-hmm. They have that. It's pretty much almost alcohol free. Yes.
So how much do you think that we have a lot of people who have house parties, right? And they don't pay attention to their guests, how much they're consuming, because you just walk up and you just mix yourself a drink
as strong as you want. There's no bartender to watch, and like a lot of bartenders actually been trained.
So there's a lot more. There's a lot more danger in a house party. You would think.
I say the worst drink you can get is a free drunk.
Okay. Now, Jeff, what's in your mind?
Here's the thing that I think maybe can help Miss Pottery. Okay, I think the burden of alcohol selling, drinking shouldn't be only on guys like Prentice
and yourself
and bar owners like myself. I think we got to focus on also businesses that are not licensed to have alcohol in them, where the people they get together and they sit down inside regular businesses and have themselves a ball. I think we need to pay some attention to those places too, right? Because I have an issue where down the corner, youngsters gather, and pure young people, they gather and they drink. Even after hours when my bar closed, they drink. They continue to drink. There's no police presence there.
I'll take that into consideration.
Yes, ma'am. Not bashing you, because
absolutely.
You see, if you don't know, if community doesn't say,
absolutely,
you don't know the issues, right? I think that when bars close, you want to drink, go home.
Yeah, we have a caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, the purple ribbon, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good morning to you guys. I just want to ask, this purple ribbon that y'all put on every year, is this a free for all organization, or someone is paying for this organization? And why I'm asking that question is because we got so many liquor stores on this island, but yet here we have a thing called, excuse me if I say that wrong, the purple ribbon, wanting to take people home safely after they go out, have a good time, and get drunk, and so forth. I just can't see where the logic is in this situation because you can get a beer almost an hour a day now on the island, and you can drive and drink. And a lot of people is driving and drinking with their little brown bags in their hand. So I'm not here to pick and pull in tools from you guys, but I'm just trying to find out what really is the logic in this. Is it encouraging or discouraging people to wind down their drinking? Like the father just said, if they want to drink, why can't they just stay home and drink? Why they got to come out here and risk their lives? And then you all going to put this organization on to make sure that they're being taken home safely at night. All good and well, but the fact of the matter is, Cayman is just spoiling people left, right, and center when it comes to certain things on this island. I'm not trying to degrade your purple ribbon. Please don't misunderstand me. Please don't misunderstand me, okay? It just makes my skin crawl when I hear we got to have a purple ribbon or any other organization here try to take drunken people home. If they want to drink heavily, stay home. The bar is going to sell. I just say that, it's not no encouragement when we're going to have to encourage these people. I just thank you for your time, and I hope that
Thank you so much for your call.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, before Delissa or Simon, you answer that, I just want to say it all boils down to personal responsibility. Yeah. Personal responsibility. We can't control how someone will drink, how much they will drink, and where they will drink, and what time, or whatever. It all boils down to personal responsibility, and knowing at the end of the day, you drink, drive drunk, and you happen to kill someone, put it a hard way, your life will be changed forever.
Yeah.
Simon and Delissa.
Yeah, and I appreciate the caller's concern, and I heard her point. But at the end of the day, we are trying to encourage people just not to drink and drive, period. We saw the changes in the laws. Julianne started off the show telling us the amount of statistics in terms of the accidents, the DUIs and everything. So we're providing a service to try to say, well, okay, this is just something to mitigate in case you're out. Whether you're the person drinking or if you're the designated driver or you're just a responsible citizen and you see someone who has had too much to drink, encourage them or guide them to a proper ribbon bus to get them, to a safe destination instead of them getting in their car and saying, listen, I can make it home. Winter Guardian is there, yes, but between there and a police roadblock, anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I also want to say as well, while she mentioned, and again I appreciate the caller and I appreciate her comments, I personally have been affected by a friend of mine who chose to drink at home. He chose to drink at home, and he left his house at night with friends in the vehicle, and they were all under the influence, and they crashed the car and he lost his life. Right? So yes, it was under personal responsibility. We can't help that person. We can't help what they do. If today things could have been different, and we were able to have certain things in place, and he was in his right senses at that point and realized what he was going to be doing, things would be different for his life and his family today. So either for me personally, whether it happens at home, whether it happens out of the home, we still are trying to, as a community, trying to put something in place.
And you can't stop trying.
And you
have to keep trying. It's going to work at some point. It might not work for some people, but it will work at some point. Now, this brings me to the question. We're almost out of time, Susan. You got to give me an extension here. You can't give me 5 people in the studio and no extension, okay? Okay, but what's the importance of this RCIPS and NDC working, and of course Prentice and Jeffrey here working hand in hand when it comes to this anti-drinking campaign?
Well, it's important for us as the police to not only show that we're partnering, but also foster that network and partnership with the community and the police. Because, I mean, it's no secret, we don't have the best relationship with the public, and we're trying to mend that. We're trying to fix that, and the best way to go about that is to put the work in, to do the work, to go out there and mix and mingle with the community and gain their trust and, you know, their respect. And so that's one of the things that we benefit from when we partner with the NDC and with the business community, is, you know, fostering that relationship with the public to gain their confidence, so that we can do better policing overall. And just to for the caller as well, we have to remember that drunk driving has a wider community impact. So that one person who may have made the decision to drink and drive can not only affect their own lives and their own families, but also other members of the public and their families and their children. So when you think about it in a holistic and a wider perspective, it is necessary for us to do the best that we can to mitigate those losses.
Okay. Now we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna start with Jeffo. Jeffo, you got 10 seconds to tell us your thoughts.
Well, it's always good to reach out, and you're not gonna give. We can't give everybody the right advice. We can't please everybody. What we can do is be responsible for us, ourselves. And with me, I try to protect my business. I cut people off. If you're drunk and you're my friend, I take your keys from you. You can call me anything you want. Tomorrow morning when you call me, you're going to say thanks. Yeah, because I not only save your life, but I probably saved a lot of other lives by doing so.
Okay.
You know, we just got to take charge.
Francis?
And it is say that, like the caller said about this isn't a free for all. There's a lot of sponsorship behind this. There's a lot of effort that people are not aware of, and I think it's definitely a very worthwhile endeavor. It has brought a lot of awareness about drinking and driving, and like I said, let's want to share one of the best for the holiday season, and let's arrive alive in 2023.
Yes. And you know what? It's great that both of you and other businesses can come on board with this initiative. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Keep on going. You know, just keep on. Julianne?
You know, I just want to encourage everyone to make sure that they stay safe over the holiday period. You will be seeing more of us out there in the media, on our social media, just pushing the message and making sure that everybody gets to see what we're trying to do here and hopefully take heed of it, and do the right thing by not drinking and driving this holiday season or ever. Remember that the DUI limit has been reduced by 30%. It's now 0.07. But that being said, don't look at the limits. Just don't drink and drive, period.
Or drink less. Delissa?
And I just want to, reiterate, you're going to be seeing us over the next few weeks. We're going to be out and about. You'll be seeing, if you're watching right now on YouTube, you're going to be seeing us in our purple shirts, and for Simon in his white shirt with the Arrive Alive on it. If you have any questions, you can ask us. You can ask the team at the National Drug Council, 949-9000. Log on to our website, ndc.ky. Simon's going to tell you what new thing we have there for you, just to roll off of what Jodiana just stated. And, thank you to both of you gentlemen to come out this morning. It's bright and early, but, also for people like Jifo and Mr. Prentice, there is the opportunity to take part in a training that we have at the National Drug Council called TIPS, and Simon can tell you a little bit more about that, and next time we can come on and fully discuss that.
I graduated that from the first time.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
about 7,
Simon.
8 years ago.
And that's precisely when you asked the question, Ms. Anita, earlier in regards to how to cut off somebody appropriately. The TIPS program that we offer at the National Drug Council for not only bars and servers but also liquor store owners and so forth,
and hopefully homeowners, so they they know
and
how when they join a party how it is going to work.
And is a 3-year certification that is recognized international. I mean,
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And takes about 3 or 4 hours for us to come in and do it. So if you're a bar or liquor store owner out there that is listening, contact us at the National Drug Council. We'll be happy to come out and visit our website. You know, we have a BAC calculator right now. They can go on there. You can sort of play around with it. We encourage the public to visit our website, ndc.ky.
Telephone number?
949-9000. And thank you so much for having us on this morning.
We want to thank your sponsors.
Yes.
345 Alive.
There's lots of them.
Yeah,
We'll be here for a while
Okay.
longer. So thank you to everyone who supported us in this initiative this year.
Jerry, you've had it. Combination of NDC, RCIPS, and liquor store owner and Mr. Jiffo from Jungle. Good to have everyone in Jungle and Jiffo Bar. Prentice from Reflection, of course, Delissa and Simon from NDC, and our regular, we're going to start charging our rent, Miss Julia. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Without you, we could not do the buzz. And of course, thanks to all our listeners, our caller this morning. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to our YouTube viewers, and of course, producer of the show, the big star, Miss Susan Watson. She's got some great music lined up for you on the breakfast session until Tuesday, December 13th, when we bring another business buzz. As a matter of fact, on Tuesday, we'll have Coca-Cola. We'll hear all about the specials. And then at the second segment, we'll have consultation for your business with Emily Deku. In the meantime, please stay safe. Have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
A government motion to support a referendum on a national lottery and decriminalization of small quantities of cannabis was voted 16 in favor, 1 abstention, and 1 absent.